That summary brings us to the first concept we're going to learn. What is a computer program? We have already discussed a little bit about computer program, but we have not discussed in detail. You might have heard different names for a computer program. Some people call it code, application software, a lot of different names, app, application, software. All this is pointing to some kind of code, machine code, which is generated by a programming language. So like I mentioned, CPU understands only binary machine code. We will see shortly what is a machine code, and we will see what it is and how ugly it is looking and how incomprehensible it is. We will see that shortly. So CPU only understands binary machine code, and programming language is human readable text, which you will see shortly as well, which converts human readable text into machine code. So programming language converts human readable text or programming language itself into machine code, which CPU understands. So let's have a look at this block diagram we have here. So we have the human readable computer program. So this is the computer program which is readable or understood or written by a human being. And there is a converter program. So there is another program which converts this human readable text into non-human readable machine code, and that's what CPU understands. And this course is all about teaching you how to write this in a programming language called Python. So there are different programming languages, Python, C, C++. And in this particular course, you're going to see this part written in Python. So these are the examples of different programming languages. Some of you might have heard Python, Java, C, C++, Go, JavaScript, Rust. Every day a new one comes up. A little bit more about programming languages. Most of them has similarity with English, especially Python. Python is very similar to English. In fact, it is designed to be very similar to English. Certain new features in Python I care to disagree, but it is originally designed to be very similar to English. Basically text. So what is text? What you are reading in the screen right now is text. Anything human readable is potentially a text. A newspaper, anything is a text. We will see a lot of text in this course. This particular type of text, which is a program, is also called code, source code, or source. So different jargons I'm introducing if you're not familiar. So we will keep hearing more and more jargons in this course as you progress through this course. A programming language has a lot of nature or characters of human natural languages like English, for example. It has words, grammar, spelling, a lot of such things. If you get the spelling wrong, it is not happy. If you get the grammar wrong, it is again makes problems. You will see that shortly. This is one single fact which we need to understand right now, and you have to believe me in this one point. Every single programming language I know, I have written code in almost all of them, all the major ones at least. I have not found anything as complicated as English. So if you can learn English, you can learn a programming language. So this is one particular fact you need to understand. If you're finding a programming language difficult, it means that you are out of practice, you are not looking at the right materials. So this is one important point I would like to mention right away. Like I mentioned, it has only one purpose: to create binary machine code one way or the other. It doesn't matter which programming language you are using. It is ultimately creating binary machine code. Probably it's creating a game, it's creating a movie, it's creating a graphics, it is creating artificial intelligence, data mining, cryptocurrency, doesn't matter. It is all coming to machine code. As I mentioned, rest of the course we will be using Python as an example. So the medium of teaching all the concepts will be Python. You will learn Python as well along with it. Python is widely considered as the easiest programming language out of all. I tend to agree to this. At least the earliest, easiest. People are developing new programming languages every day. Some are claiming to be easier than Python, but Python is widely considered to be the easiest, mainly because, like I mentioned, it's very similar to English. So this is the same diagram we have seen before. So in our case, this part is replaced with Python, and the converter program is the Python interpreter. We will see them shortly. It's a bunch of files. We will install them and we'll see it working. And we will also see the non-readable machine code, which is created by the Python interpreter. So this converter program is called the Python interpreter, or simply Python. And this is the Python code we're going to write. So this is going to be a text file. So we'll see all these files shortly in different demos. Some of the questions which I used to get when I teach this particular training. So one of the question is, where all this programming language is saved? Doesn't make much sense. Everything is a file. So the programming language interpreter is a file, which we will see. The program we are writing is also a file. All files goes to disk. So everything is in disk. It's not a very relevant question to the flow of the concept, but just it's a frequently asked question. That's why I put it here. Another question people used to ask me, why there is different programming language. It's just as simple as why there is a lot of different programming language in human natural languages. Why there is Chinese, why there is Hindi, why there is English, why can't we use English everywhere? So there are a lot of different reasons, tradition. When it comes to technical reasons, speed and flexibility, for example, C is considered to be faster than Python. Flexibility, Python is considered to be more flexible and easy to learn than many other programming languages. Python is easier than many other programming languages. Then the available libraries, what you can do with a programming language. For example, you may not develop a web application in C, while you may go for something like Node or Python or Java, something like that, .NET for a web application. So availability of certain frameworks, which you will see later in this course. And there are a lot of other non-technical reasons for the existence of programming language, which I'm not getting into. So we will answer this particular question later in the course. What is framework? It'll be too early to address this question right now, so I will be taking that question later. How much time it takes to convert the programming language to machine code? This is a good question. So the time depends on this particular program right here. So in our case, mostly it's very insignificant. It doesn't take a lot of time, but certain programming languages like C does it before executing. So it has a different stage altogether. I don't want to get into the details of it, but for all practical purpose, we can ignore this particular time taken for the conversion. We can assume that it is absolutely instant. No time is taken. But this is not true, but we will assume that 0 seconds for the time being. No time is taken. Now let's look at a simple demo in which we will see different programming languages. We are not going to learn any of these programming languages, but we want to see how this part of the block diagram looks in the real world. That's what we're gonna look at.